So my Dhamma Pranam told the devotees we have a little changing from Hindi English to Russian, because we're in Govardhan, it's a spiritual international place. But we're starting our Govardhan parikrama yesterday from Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, Govardhan, because this is not just historical place, gurus also have deep spiritual significance for all Gaudiya Sampradaya. Actually, when we decide to follow Maharaj here, you speak fluently. So when we decide to go to Govardhan parikrama, the question came, how do we go to Govardhan? There are so many thousands of holy places. So if we read Garga Samhita, Srimad Bhagavatam, there's one way of going, hearing all the pastimes and unit. If we read history of devotees, there's another way of going. Say, but infinite, because we can take point of view from saints and their life, and from that point of view, we can see Govardhan. But we decide few things we do. Number one, Mahaprabhu coming back to Dhama. This is important. Number two, maybe Majai can translate to girls. Number two, it is what is the most important principles that our acharyas give us. Sambandha Videya Prayojana, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and other numbers. So Govardhan has all questions answered for this journey. So we begin from Mahaprabhu coming to Vrindavan. As you know, Mahaprabhu stayed in taking sannyas, and Puri was defined for 2 regions. Number one, it's still very close to the Gao. It about 50 days to come. And what is like big group will come from Puri. And sometimes we will carry the message of Shrimad. And normally devotees will come right at the time. But at the time is very hot, easily. But Puri is very beautiful because it's ocean. So it's kind of like go to Jagannath Puri, participate, enjoy Pratyasa, stay with Mahaprabhu in the beautiful, pleasant weather, and then after some time come back to Bengal and wait till the next season. At that time, Nityananda saying would bring about 300 devotees who Navadvipa Jagannath Puri. That 300 devotees over very special, not just come. So that Paramahansa devotees obviously had unique relationship with Mahaprabhu. But Mahaprabhu followed his divine friend. Had 2 reasons. Remember, Mahaprabhu is acting in hearings. This is very important way down in Russia. Stephanie, you might on this. No. No. Like that. So, two functions Mahaprabhu function. Antaranga, Bajranga, external, internal. So externally, he is Gauranga Avatar, who's giving Hare Krishna to the whole world. But internally, he is Radha Bhava Bhiksu Galitam Novi Krishna Swarupa. Is Krishna who's taken mood of Radharani. So therefore, he has to do two things, not one thing. Normally, Chaitanya, every yuga come, every Kali yuga come as Gauranga Avatar to give Hare Krishna to everybody. That's every yuga. And this special yuga, who did only once and one day from millions of years, probably only 100 years. And once in a day from and many yugas, Gauranga Mahaprabhu comes as Krishna himself, Sakshat. So when he comes as Krishna himself, characteristics, that has become completely a different story. Why? Because he has to overwhelm with his own divine sweetness of Radharani. It's like Krishna tastes the heart of Radharani. That you cannot function as you avatar. Just as like you, oh my God, so much love. Oh, you have to give lecture about living homes. That Mahaprabhu has two functions. So when he entering, let's say, Puridam, in that moment, he's mostly Krishna with heart Radharani. When he goes outside, he is Chaitanya Avatar. Then you can understand it, which in and out, in and out. That leads him to unique action, not just some kind of action, unique action. But then in this bhav, he has to go to Vrindavan. Now, interesting thing. If you go to other temples here, you will approach some detail, like first this Haridev detail. You know, this Haridev detail, original detail is not here. It's not original detail. Original detail been moved to Rajasthan because when they broke the temple, all original details leave Jaipur, mainly to Rajputas, Udaipur, Natadwara, many Karole, many places. So Bhakti Bihari, Karole, Govindaji in Jaipur, Mohan in Jaipur. So most, rather Gopinath, most original details from Vrindavan in worship in Jaipur. But here are the copies. But what local people tell you, know what they tell you? They tell you, no. Krishna never will bring down. Krishna always will bring down. So whatever the copy is still original. That you don't know which one is the copy, which one is not. Then my question would be, whatever the great devotees are, there will be original Krishna. Because it's Krishna consciousness. So whatever the great devotees will be bring down. This is very interesting for us to understand. Whether it's original Krishna or Krishna elsewhere, or the Govinda we see in Jaipur, is it original Govinda of Rupa Goswami? Or original Govinda of Rupa Goswami is always in Vrindavan. So one rule does not break that rule. Krishna always stays in Vrindavan. That's one we think to understand. So think of this. Mahaprabhu was original Krishna Radha has to come back to Vrindavan. Just like, let's say you've been in your school and your children pastimes, and now you're older man. You want to go back to your school. You want to see where you played in the school, where you played with the kids. Like I remember one time I went back to a place where I was a child, and I remember, oh, there was like a big field. Not a very big field. But some memories kind of, okay, I was as a child, I was running here, I was playing here. That's very sweet for Krishna to come back and experience this hopeless 5,000 years. You say, oh, my school now will be different after 10 years, 2 years. And just can't get back to the down here for 5,000 years. When I was came to the down, first time, 20 years ago, there's nothing here. It looks like a field. No houses, nothing. You say, you go to process school, no, there wasn't the part. Now it's got hotels, cover, shops, everything. Before that was like a few shops and little town of Govardhan. Now it's like 1,000 people coming flourishing. So Mahaprabhu came here and he was specifically asked, he said, I don't want to go with a group, I want to go alone. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and everybody else said, no, it's very dangerous. I mean, from race to Dhama, you have to go to 3-4 different kingdoms. You don't fight them. Like, in order to go to Vrindavan, you have to go back to Bengal. From Bengal, you have to follow the Ganga path. Prayag, Varanasi, Prayag, all these paths. And not to get to Haridwar, but from certain part of Ganga, you turn, and then you join Yamuna. Because Ganga and Yamuna meet in Prayag. That's how you travel. You get up to Prayag to Ganga side, and then join Yamuna side, And Yamuna will lead him to Vrindavan. The leaders just be the roads. It wasn't the simple travel, it was travel for food. Also, on that way you can be robbed, killed, or taken as a slave. That's why Mahaprabhu speaks to Jagannatha Bhagavati and Bengali devotees. He said, if you're coming to Vrindavan, you always travel with the Kshatriyas, strong men, because God knows what can happen. At that time, they're very dangerous. So when Mahaprabhu coming to back to Bengal, the Arisan representatives of the king told them, I take you by the river, and the river is border. And after that, I have to negotiate movements. Because I don't want you to be disturbed. Mahaprabhu said, okay. Mahaprabhu was very beautiful coming. And all people see him, they're so much overwhelmed with beauty. And thousands of people from various villages come to see. Of course, Muslims, they have the spies. And the spies report that on the bank of the river, after the borderline, the one sannyasi came, look at the golden body. And thousands of local people coming to see him, and when they see him, they chant Krishna, 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 and they cry. And that Muslim governor said, have you seen that sannyasi yourself? And that Muslim spy said, yes, and they started chanting Krishna and crying. And this Muslim man was so much touched. See this guy, I know. I don't think he can have anything spiritual. But as he saw the sannyasi, I can see that he's completely changed his mind. For that, I thought, oh, I have to come and get to see that sannyasi. He said to the spy, all right, you go to the big Arista and negotiate. Tell them I personally will come to see that sannyasi. Everything okay, I'll let them. So then, the Muslim governor put up Hindu dress, devotee dress, and very few people came. And Mahaprabhu said, okay, I can see him. They coming to Mahaprabhu. And as he saw the Mahaprabhu beautiful, golden figure with incredible divine features, the joy of Krishna consciousness and stream of tears came to him. And he started weeping and crying and said, oh my God, I am so sinful. Why am I not born Hindu? If I were born Hindu, I could come and see you all the time. I could chant your holy name. He started chanting Hare Krishna. And Mahaprabhu was very pleased. He said, you need to become devotee, you need to become devotee. Just do your Swarupa holy to Krishna stuff. Thus, you already are part of Krishna. You are don't to be Muslim Hindu Krishna, just express your heart and that is enough. That moving forward Mahaprabhu sees very happy and he's okay, you don't worry. I organize everything. So he gives his watchman, his army and soldiers so accompany Mahaprabhu to the border of Bengal. Mahaprabhu very easily came that part. And later that soldier told that this is not to disturb. But still, it was one man that Mahaprabhu had taken. And Sarvabhauma said, you take the Brahmana with you. He will be very peaceful and he will be very quiet. You're gonna collect some perspectives. You will carry your stuff. Okay. Mahaprabhu wept. And when first story is described when he's coming to Vrindavan, number one is going to Jharkhand, where he started chanting and he enjoyed to see elephants and tigers and deers dancing and chanting together. Because whenever Mahaprabhu would see where the birds or tigers or snake, he would tell them, chant holy name. And that animal would chant holy name and join. So it was not only Muslims. Part with elephants, tigers, elephants, deers, And sometimes we will chant together Sankirtan. George. Actually, Masala Baba hai. Okay. Anyway, that was the divine occasion of setting up Mahaprabhu coming here. And coming here to Vrindavan for so many thousands of years. Remember, there was nothing here. It was just a forest. And some small villages. So now, to give you the feedback, what happened 5,000 years ago, the Kurukshetra is about a few hundred kilometers from here. Mathura, not so far away. But in course of time, Maharaj, Parikshit, and the Ishwar Mahadev, and Krishna gave very special blessing. He said, after my departure, 1,000 years, Kali Yuga will not take over. 1,000 years will be okay. Because between every Yuga, there's transition period. So Krishna said, please don't worry. After I go, 1,000 years will be all fine. But we'll do that. But then Kali Yuga has to start taking place. So everything takes cycles. Inside each Kali Yuga, there's Dwapara besides here. It's like inside each small cycle, like physical day, there's cosmic day, there's year. Like the cosmic night, there's yearly night, winter gets darker. So there's always like cycles, broken in cycles. So Kali Yuga is not like this, all the time bad, all the time good. It's coming in the cycles. So the cycles start coming. And with each cycle, it goes degrading. And people over lost some connections with reality, and after Dwarka was destroyed and by tsunami, people flee in different parts of the world. Some will flee to other parts of the day, some will flee inside deep. So Govardhan Hill and Vrindavan was almost lost. And the original bridge bicycle, because the people call it iron bridge bicycle, is that word here. That's actually not bridge bicycle. There's many people come from Uttarakhand, Rajasthan, other states, and they settled here 200, 300, 500 years, maybe even 1,000 years ago. They're not original bridge bicycles, maybe very few original bridge bicycles here. We have blood root with Krishna strike. But anyway, they are here still. So when Mahaprabhu came here, everything was messed up. Few villages, people like even the Brahmanas was not really clear what is what. It's like right now we come here, pushing over this place, this place. It was not like that. It's all discovered by our teachers. Remember, this all has to be excavated. That was Mahaprabhu will to excavate all the holy places. Right now, we can open the map, or we can open a book. Where the book coming from, Bhakti-Ratnakara, or other books. But the past times describe the different scriptures. The Goddess of Gita, many other scriptures also lost completely. The Goswamis are looked for their spiritual research. Like, for instance, the Avatar described as Siddhartha Swami. That book is lost. We know the book name, but which libraries there, by hand. Physically, we cannot find a copy of that. So Mahaprabhu come here, and the important thing is you come right over here. This area Mahaprabhu passed by. Just mentioned the feet of Mahaprabhu. And why is it? Because this is described in Shastra. That's correct. If you're coming here to Govinda Manasi Ganga, you're bathing in Manasi Ganga, the Brahmakunda, the darshan of Brahmakunda. He's coming to Haridev, and he's so much overwhelmed with his divine joy, he starts dancing with Haridev. Remember, what is Haridev? When gopis came searching for Krishna, Krishna cannot resist this. When Krishna hides from gopis, he takes form of four-head Narayan, but he could not keep that form. So the book is called Haridev, Haridev, Haridev Krishna. He cannot move. He's an ecstasy. So Haridev deity is not just Krishna, running or playing. It's Krishna who's, oh my God, the mighty Lord is, Hare Krishna. And he's there. So when Mahaprabhu saw that deity of Haridev, so much joy came because it reminded him feeling of Radharani. So he's feeling a double increase. He started dancing like madman, very like excited. And all the Brahmanas came to see because Mahaprabhu over 2 meters tall. So everybody looked like him, like a dwarf. You remember, there's describing the Mahajan has 30 lakshans, 30 qualities of a great soul, like Buddha, or like some great teacher, like Madhvacharya. His eyes, his features, his hands, legs. One time I saw Murti of Ramanujacharya. I was there, but not Murti, his real body in temple. 1,000 years sitting in Supreme. The real body, over 1,000, just covered with camphor. I said, okay, only covered his body. And I see like big shoulders, big, like almost like what they're showing on the South Indian statues. So if we really look at us, like very much like our body features like Kali-yuga Sufis. People are living at it. So like the Kali-yuga monsters. The Mahaprabhu had saw such a beautiful feature, eyes, and all local people, whoever, the Brahmanas, people who stay there worship, they, oh my God, they could not believe what they see. Then Mahaprabhu started walking to Govardhan parikrama. He took somebody gave him like Govardhan shoe, shoe, his eyes, his heart, and he's going to all these places. And finally, after going around Radhakund, he went to the field and he asking everybody, where's Radhakund? Where's Shyamakund? And then he came there, he saw a little pond, little, not big. And he jumped at that pond, said, this is Radhakund, this is Shyamakund, this is Radhakund. People had no idea. So everything you see developed and discovered by the Vaishnavas. So that is an important part of parikrama. So we're going to go by all the holy places. There's actually hundreds of holy places, but we'll pass quickly and we'll notice only the most important, such as Govinda Kund, Giriraj Temple. There we can see Govinda Kund, other places, Anu place, where Indra worship Krishna, and that will be connected with our gurus, with Chaitanya's as well. So therefore, we're not going to stop at 1,000 places, we're just going to pass places, certainly there's Sankarshan Prabhu, takes water, worship, give her that, every food delivery, but tons of everyone has skills. My personal feeling, when I like to talk to Govardhan parikrama, I don't like to do it, one day. I like to go there, house, days, and come back, and then come back again, and then come back, and then come back again. It's impossible to run around because every place has some deep memory, especially if you know something in scripture. Deep memory in the Bhagavad, in Garga Samhita, and it is overwhelming. But for common people, this is just like a glimpse. Remember, okay, Hare Krishna, now I understand. And mostly I have no faith. But if something inside you have, and you come to that place of presence. So that's a little representation in English. And Maharaj will say something.
First of all, I would like to offer my respectful obeisances to each one of you, and I want to Srila Gurudev. That's my favorite thing. You know, when I came here to be like I'm a student. I'm learning. I'm learning because there are here. I have this opportunity that I'm in association with the devotees of the Lord. This is not a coincidence. This is not just a something luck. This is only predestined by the Lord. Each one of you were called to participate and understand. So, Srila Guru Maharaj has told us, but we must understand things beyond material perception. When we go to places, we use our senses, the eyes. But if we try to close our eyes, the beauty that is surrounds us is nothing. It does not exist. So what we are seeing is beyond our physical experiences. But through the grace of Shri Guru and Gauranga, we are able to understand these things. One day, Mahaprabhu, while there's a severe storm, had taken shelter of a old temple. And from there, on the night, he heard somebody speak. And after the rain, they all laughed and they said, Mahavendra Puri came. So what does it mean? Srila Guru Maharaj says, from perceptions, we go deeply. Divine understanding. This could only be given to us by the grace of our Gurudev. So, thanks to our lucky stars, we have here today Srila Avadhut Maharaj, Father Maharaj, who will guide us in our attempt to understand what is inconceivable. So, by their grace, by the orders of our Guru Vargas, we are here to listen. Someday, somehow, soon we will be going our own way, going back to our country. But what is the lesson to be learned? You have to take it personally, seriously. No, it is not just you are watching or reading something and then forget about it. No, this is your treasure. No one can take it away from you. Even without association of the devotees, it will not be taken away from you. This is your wealth. You are very fortunate because you are young. You still have many years to go. You have many years to do this thing. And by your experience, you can also tell that to those who are coming in our life. Teach them. What is the formula to be successful in this attempt? First, you must be humble, tolerant, and giving respect to each and everyone, to others, even to this place. That is the formula to be successful. Do not try to go it by your own way. Remember, Raghunath Das Goswami, our Prayojana Guru, he wants to join Mahaprabhu's movement, but he was prevented by Mahaprabhu. No, not this time. A time will come when you will be called. When will that be? You will know. You will understand. But you are here. You are here because you are being called by the Lord. Soon, someday, we will go out in our own way. But the teachings of the Lord should not be forgotten. Take it from your heart. From material conception, deeply to divine conception. How do I know? By the revelation of the true devotees of the Lord. When Srila Avadhut Maharaj speaks, I feel like I'm hearing Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev. This is it. This is it. I heard so many things from outside, but no, this is not the teachings of my Gurudev. But from here, I will confidently say I'm safe. So I will take this opportunity once again, Maharaj, to each one of you. my Dandipat pranams, because saying thank you is not enough. There is no such word to compensate your goodness. Nothing. But I can only say Dandapat. Why? Because this is what our Gurudev gave us. Dandapat. It includes everything. So, once again, please accept my humble obeisances. Dandapat to all of you.
And what Haridev Maharaj, Vaikhanas Maharaj, Maharaj is here, and from here, that name, and I love his name and love him. So we have some devotee family here, and as Vaikhanas Maharaj said, Haridev Maharaj said, it's impossible to enter this plane without grace, mercy, and shelter. Grace, mercy, and shelter. Do you think? Grace in something is coming from previous lives as well. Mercy, doesn't really matter how much grace you have, still it's not enough to reach Krishna. You have to be given to you. And shelter, because by taking shelter of Vaishnava and Krishna, you can connect with them by heart substantially. So our hearts are very nice words, and Vaikhanas Maharaj said very nice words. But let's go back to drastic reference. Where do we get the Govardhan glories? The first two deposits. The Bhagavad is describing the glories of Govardhan. And of course, besides Bhagavad, we will find Kargas and Jiva and other books, of course. And partially Chaitanya Chaitanya, there will be some descriptions of Govardhan by Krishnadas Kaviraj. And of course, Vrindavan and Himamrita, Govardhan, and the Saraswati, Govinda Himamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj. And numerous books by Goswami. Especially Raghunath Goswami. Raghunath Goswami appeared to be Vairagi, the deep most renunciate of our life. Nobody can renounce like Raghunath Goswami. Taking one glass of milk and 24 hours engage in meditation with Krishna Jiva. But if you really read some of his books, it's all fine. Like Vandana and others, it's inspiring history. But every day, the spiritual world is like Indian movie. Jimmy, Asha, Krishna doing here, he's running there, he's doing that. So you think like, God tells you in the book, oh, it doesn't work like this. So the God in his book, oh, it's like Krishna's dancing, he's stealing, hanging out with girls, and Krishna's cheating everybody. Sometimes he comes in the form of the boat keeper, sometimes he comes in the port of guard, and sometimes he's telling to the boatman, hey, why you are collecting flowers here? You have to pay me. Who the hell you are? Oh, I'm the king Chokidar. I'm a tax collector. I'm engaged here. I'm taking toll of the throat. Oh no, you cannot collect flowers in my boy. Who are you collecting for? You're stealing. And the book is one collect everything for Krishna. They say, we're not stealing this. Our mistress, Radha, she's our queen. She tells us to collect flowers. Oh, what kind of queen? There's only one king here. There's no queen. So Krishna's always making jokes. And then finally, the book is thinking, what should we do with this guy? Should we beat him? What should we do? And then, the first thing we gave is, okay, we'll give you some sweets. We have many sweets. But the children say, well, give you some sweets. And they give you sometimes some food. And then he say, you know what? Actually, food is good, but it's not enough. I need some wow. And then people say, oh, come on, let's kick this guy ass. So they run around right to beat him. And suddenly they pull his dress and they see mustache goes off, the blue comes off. Oh my God, it's our beloved Krishna. So it's always like that. Some people like, oh, I'm here to know the Krishna is Krishna can hide in any kind of work. There's no overdone pastimes and Manasi Ganga pastimes, Vadakun pastimes. They're so sweet described by. Therefore, some of them not to general public, because they will not be able to appreciate. The general public Krishna is the God, he's Narayana, he's all karma, but not for Natasha, not for inhabitants of the government. He's not like that. They love him. He's close to their life. He's close to their inspiration. If there's no Giriraj Temple, there's no love. Like, what's the so Krishna is described as the source of the pastime, the nectar. And when devotee connect with that, it's like YouTube. So many pastimes inside devotee's heart. Here's this one playing. Here's another one playing. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Krishna Samhita said, the real pastimes is always going on in the heart of the devotee. Like, you go to YouTube, you want to see this news, that news. The heart of the devotee is like, all Krishna's pastimes is there. All he has to do is just click the button, and that pastime is there. That is amazing. We think technology is amazing, but spiritual world is more amazing. Now, how do we go about all these pastimes? Like I said, many books, but Bhakti Ratnakara would be one of the books where Raghav Pandit, who is Mahaprabhu, goes to associates, taking Srila Avadhut and that group of devotees, the younger group of devotees, it's like Jiva coming down, and Nityananda taking Jiva. Says, Jiva stay in Vraja, teach everybody who focus on his philosophy. But then YouTube is coming, and every day they're coming to hear from him for many hours. It was not like like 5, 6, 7 hours. They talk about Vaikhanas, Sanskrit, Shastra, this, that, and time to time they have a break. And what do you do on break? They do parikrama. But they don't do parikrama every day. First, they learn all the stuff, scriptural stories, reality. Then they go to parikrama for the specific needs in the specific time. And that parikrama will be full. But again, like we have that tradition. The question now is, how do we connect with parikrama? And Raghav Pandit is coming. And Raghav Pandit telling, oh, I'm on my way to parikrama. And you will tell me, well, if you take these two guys, you show them. I preach to them so much, but they never did. And your question is, why they never did that? The answer is this. They never did that because without eyes of blessings of proof, there's no point in going in. It's not doing it. So Jiva, who is expert in Siddhanta, giving them to Raghav Pandit, who is expert in Govardhan. And why he's expert? Because he knew in Radha Krishna cave. I can show you that cave. It's right over here. And your question is like, that cave? You Govardhan, one cave. The cave was a nice big cave, not very small. The first Shamananda's cave, very small. And Raghav Pandit is the heaviest cave in the cave. But nothing. They're getting a little water, or little milk, sometimes some prasadam, reading, meditating, and things like this on highest spiritual energy. So that's enough to start. And of course, why do we do this from here? You see this beautiful samadhi of Gurudev. Many times Gurudev spoke about it, because Gurudev lifetime was very busy, always traveling 24 times all over the world. Like every time, 24 times, every year means equal to world. So normally Gurudev would spend more than 6 months outside of India and come back for 6 months in India. And out of this 6 months, maybe stay 1.5 months in the Govardhan. Gurudev want to come stay here. So one time Satya Sundar was with camera looking at Gurudev. And Gurudev was coming out his room and working here. Everybody was here. And Satya Sundar is always my brother to stay with him. Gurudev was working with his speaker. One day, Gurudev had so much joy to see the garden and flowers, and nothing was there. It was like little trees that just grew up. So he started playing with the stick, how powerful. Gurudev playing and dancing and catching the joy in Vrindavan. And then somebody else came going with the stick like an old man. But actually, there's a short video where Gurudev fully joy and started fighting in the tree. And, like the coward boys running the stick, because they know how to play with sticks. Because the path of Vrindavan came to him, and that immediately changed his attitude. And Gurudev was very funny and very beautiful.
Dear devotees, now we have a little problem with connection from Govardhan, but we can see the real-time shots from drone. So now the group is going to Manasi Ganga, and we know that this is classical route of pilgrimage from the very times of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and in the Bhakti Ratnakara we can read just a second. We can read that the one who was bathing in Manasi Ganga, who had the darshan of Haridev, who celebrated the festival of Annakut, and who circumambulated the Govardhan, he will never born again in the material world. And of course, these promises are not so important to us that this service itself, but from such lines, such verbs, we can understand just a little bit of glory and of power, how powerful is this, we can say even tapasya, because it's quite ascetic to make the pilgrimage in this time in Vrindavan and Govardhan, because of many reasons and circumstances. But at the same time, it's such a great mercy to be there, to see all these places that are still there. And every parikrama is filled with these remindings from our gurus, our teachers, how fortunate we are to be in this time, in this age, when these places of pastimes of the Lord are still manifested in this world. And as we know, in the times of Sri Krishna, it was his home, Vrindavan and Govardhan, the place of his hidden pastimes. And for 5,000 years, it was vanishing, gradually vanishing, all these places. And when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, his followers, his consorts, they opened up again these places. And we can read in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, 18th chapter, we can read about the pilgrimage of Sri Chaitanya, of Sri Krishna himself, and his energy, embodied bliss, Shri Radharani. It is beautiful and inconceivable, the story of returning, their returning to the place of their pastimes in Vrindavan and Govardhan. And partly Manasi Ganga, Haridev Mandir are described there. And later, when the group will go from Manasi Ganga to Haridev Mandir, we will read few verbs from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And now we can just remember about those times when Sri Chaitanya came to Vrindavan, to Govardhan. These places were not manifested physically. Radhakund was just a small pond, we can say lost in the rice fields, and only Sri Chaitanya himself could reveal this to us, to next generations. And his followers, their task given to them by Sri Chaitanya was to open up again these holy tirthas, these places of worship, worshipable places. And gradually these places were transformed from just a hill or pond or maybe just a spot in the jungles. But now we can see temples around these places. For example, Manasi Ganga, it was just a pond, and we can see how it is look like now. These beautiful buildings, it was made by, it was constructed with great help of Man Singh. Man Singh was a general in the times of Akbar. We know Akbar as an emperor, we can say, the ruler who was tolerant to Hindus, to his generals mostly, they were Hindus, like Man Singh. Man Singh helped a lot to Akbar to get new lands, to suppress, or how to say, suppress the rebels, and so on. And being grateful for this, Akbar was very tolerant, and he was helping to building temples and so on. And partly Man Singh, he built this beautiful steps, buildings, temples around the Manasi Ganga. And we know the story of this wonderful pond, that it was revealed when Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, they wanted to see Ganga. And Sri Krishna said, you do not have to go anywhere. Manasi Ganga will be right here. And of course, obedient to the order of Sri Krishna, Ganga herself revealed in Govardhan. And the famous pastime of boatmen was played here. It's a big story, and it's such, high story, we can say. So it's not me who should tell this. We can hear this story from our teachers, from our gurus. And yeah, we can show maybe another picture while group is still going there. We can see a glimpse of beauty of this place. And coming back to parikramas, we now see that so many groups are coming to Govardhan, to Vrindavan from different maths, from not even only Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Many different sampradayas or maths are coming to Vrindavan, to Govardhan, to perform parikrama. But we should remember that the story of these parikramas is 500 years long, at least. And it started with the consorts of Sri Chaitanya, like Sanatana Goswami. He was the first who began this tradition of parikrama. And even when he was quite old and his body was not so strong already, and it was great tapasya, great, it was very difficult for him physically to perform this parikrama, but his spirit, his feeling of his duty to perform this, because he was not doing this alone. His followers, his friends, his consorts were doing this with him. And every day he was doing this. And we were told that one time the Sri Krishna, he came himself to Sanatana Goswami and said, "Oh, Sanatana, now you should know, you have not to perform this parikrama. You're so old," and so on. But Sanatana Goswami, he was strongly wanted to do this. And even after Sri Krishna gave him Govardhana Srila, and he said, circumambulating this Srila will be equal to circumambulating of Govardhan. And still Sanatana Goswami was doing parikrama. And even until the very last day of his life, when his consorts, followers, they came to Chakaleshwar, to that Bhajan-kutir. We will see this today from the roof of Haridev Mandir. And this is quite famous place where Shiva is guarding the Govardhan. And there were Bhajan-kutir of Srila Sanatana Goswami. And they came there and they saw that Sanatana Goswami left his body. And they took this Shila, and now this Govardhan Shila is in Radha Damodar temple. And we will be there, and next Zoom, or if not in Zoom, you will see it in Instagram of Avadhut Maharaj. And still pilgrims could make this parikrama around Govardhan Shila. And also in the clothes of Sanatana Goswami, they found very, very small Shila. And now it is in the Madana Mohan temple in Vrindavan. So this tradition of parikramas were established at that time. And we know how Nityananda Prabhu was with Jiva Goswami. They were doing Navadvipa parikrama, and it is told by Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Navadvipa Dhama Mahatmya. The parikrama of Govardhan and Vrindavan is described in Bhakti Ratnakara, so we can read about this. And it is not some hidden scriptures. They are open for us. It is not forbidden for us to read this. And we can hear the glory of these places in Garga Samhita. And of course, in the most safe way, we can read and hear about this from the lectures of our gurus. And also when we doing the parikrama, it is very important chance to remember how all this knowledge is given from heart to heart. For example, now we can hear this from Srila Avadhut Maharaj on this parikrama. But it was not just books or lectures from which he get this knowledge. It's not something that he invented by himself. No, it was given to him by Govinda Maharaj, because Srila Avadhut Maharaj, he was there on so many parikramas with Srila Govinda Maharaj. And for more than 20 years, he is doing this, helping or leading these parikramas. And now we can still hear and feel on the way, on that level that we can afford. We can hear the message of our gurus, of parampara, because parikrama is very important tradition for everyone. For all of us. It's not only about physically being in some places. It is about the current, the living, vivid current, spiritual current of the heart of our masters. Srila Govinda Maharaj, for many, many years, he was doing parikramas with Srila Sridhar Maharaj. Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he was on many parikramas with Saraswati Thakur, and so on and so on. So every time it is an opportunity to touch something inconceivable for us. Of course, now I'm saying this and I cannot fully feel this or conceive this because it's inconceivable. But still, it's important for us to remember the parampara, the miracle of, how to say it in English, преемственность. Something that is given from one generation to another. And now we can also tell a little bit about the temple where we have just been. It is a great fortune, and Srila Govinda Maharaj highlighted this in his lectures, in his talks, that how fortunate we are to be to have temple in such a wonderful place. How we said, not too far from Govardhan, from Kusum Sarovar, in the place of seva, service of our masters, and not too far, and so close to the places of pilgrimage like Manasi Ganga and Haridev Mandir. This route is holded for so many centuries, and we are so close to this. Now group of pilgrims, they just started from our temple, and we will see that in 10-15 minutes they will already be there on Manasi Ganga. And now we have an opportunity to tell a little bit about temple, about Anu Giriraj, beautiful deity of that temple. Now you can see him. He's quite big, and still his name is Anu Giriraj, like the youngest Giriraj. Yeah, yes, younger Giriraj, because the heart of Govinda Maharaj, small Giriraj, yeah. Yes, and on this picture we can see, in comparison with Pujari, how big he is. And at the same time, modesty of Srila Govinda Maharaj was such that he said, in comparison with Sri Govardhan himself and all other Girirajas, our Giriraj is Anu Giriraj. And he was found when the temple was in the process of construction, and Brahmanas, they said, oh, he was worshipped by Brahmanas for centuries here. For some reasons, somehow they realized that he was worshipable Giriraj. And for some time, maybe for centuries, the worship process was stopped, was abandoned. Maybe he was hidden from Muslims. We know that that was not an easy time for devotees, and they suffered so much from Muslims. But at the same time, we can see that this Giriraj is so big that it was not so easy just to hide him at home or somewhere else. So they buried him into the ground, and by Srila Govinda Maharaj, by the providence, the temple was established right on this place, and this Giriraj was found, was revealed again, and the worship to him was revealed again. Okay. Also, we know that there is pushpa samadhi of Srila Gurudev. The very beautiful place, you can see it now. And as we said, here for Srila Govinda Maharaj, it was the place of seva and also the place of rest. And he said, after I go away, I will remain here forever at this place. And it also in unmanifested state, how he was saying, after I leave my body, I still will be in every center, in every temple, and I will taste the prasadam which is offered to me. And also he is in form, in manifested form of samadhi. He is on Govardhan, and he is worshipped every day there in Sridhar's Seva ashram. One also interesting story connected with this wonderful temple is the chakra. We'll try to show this. It's not very easy. We know that this land is known as Chakra Tirtha, the holy place of chakra, because Sudarshana Chakra was summoned by Shri Krishna in Govardhan Lila, and Sudarshan Chakra dried all the water from the rain of Indra. And after Govardhana Lila, Sudarshana Chakra said to Sri Krishna, can I have a shelter of Sri Govardhana? I also want to be here by the feet of Govardhan. And where Manasi Ganga is, and all this area around Manasi Ganga, including our temple, is called Chakra Tirtha, the land of chakra. So once Govinda Maharaj said to Avadhut Maharaj, I want a big chakra on this temple, golden chakra, not just chakra. And it was not an easy task. Yeah, you can see now how big are these chakra, and also the chakras around. And it was very difficult task, because to find someone who will do this without cheating, because can you imagine how difficult it is? It's almost like a meter or even more than a meter, and you have to put the gold on it. So if you are a jewelry man or jewel master, you can take so much money from this. You can say, I need not 1 kilo of gold, I need 1.5. And how, if you are not a jewel master, how you will understand this? You just have to trust. But Srila Avadhut Maharaj is not the person who is easy to cheat. So he was in Vrindavan, and he was looking for the master who will do this without cheating. And one master, he was looking on this. When Srila Avadhut Maharaj was running back and forth with this huge chakra, and he stopped him at one time and he said, what you're looking for? And Srila Avadhut Maharaj said, oh, you Indians, you always want to cheat us white people. And that master said, he knew Srila Govinda Maharaj, I think. And that's why he said, I will not cheat you. I will take as much gold as really needed to hold on this chakra, not more. And he said price lower that anyone was telling to Srila Avadhut Maharaj. And Avadhut Maharaj said, okay, I will trust you. And that master did all this work. And after this chakra was established on the domes of the temple, Srila Avadhut Maharaj understood this connection between chakra on the temple and between chakra, Sudarshana chakra, that took shelter of Sri Govardhan. So this is not just a simple chakra, it's like an embodied and manifested Sudarshan chakra. We can say, of course, it's not so clear, but this is such beautiful to see this connection. And Srila Avadhut Maharaj, he was writing in his diary about this and describing all this wonderful story. And how many more stories are hidden there in Leelas of Srila Govinda Maharaj and his consorts. So what we can also tell about, we were telling about Manasi Ganga, and the deity of Manasi Devi is there. Not only Shiva is guarding Vrindavan and Govardhan. There are 4 forms of Shiva, Chakaleshwar, Gopeshwar Mahadev, and two more who are guarding these holy places. And also Maya Devi, his eternal consort, is also guardian Vrindavan and Govardhan in also 4 forms. And as Chakaleshwar is in Govardhan, Manasi Devi also is there, not far from her eternal husband. And we know that in Navadvipa there is a beautiful place, I forgot how is it called, under the banyan tree, this beautiful temple of Shiva, and also Maya is there. And we are saying, we were told that Maya, in her power, is to reveal for believers, for devotees, to get away the fog of this material energy, of illusion. She, as this illusion itself, she can serve the servants of the Lord and to remove this fog for them and to reveal all the beauty, the real reality of these places. And for non-believers, for potential offenders of this holy land, she can place this fog on their eyes. So it is so wonderful to think about how many, we are asked by group in Govardhan, is Zoom is still going on, and we will ask where are they now. Yeah, and just from minute to minute we will see our group in Govardhan. As we said, just 10-15 minutes and they are already there. So how we are fortunate to be so close to these wonderful places. So while they are preparing, we can also add, we told about Man Singh, who was building these beautiful places in around Manasi Ganga. Yes. And his father helped to build Haridev Mandir, which we will see later after Manasi Ganga. So all the Govardhan, at that time, it was the blooming of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. After Sri Chaitanya revealed these places, and his consorts, 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, also Lokanath Das Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur, Srinivasa Acharya, and other saints, they developed the knowledge, the faith in these places, and showed it for so many believers and devotees. And after that, many powerful people, Kshatriyas like Man Singh and his father, they were not just how to say kuptsi like Vaishyas. No, they were Kshatriyas. They were generals through so many wars, through so many things they went through, and they also were strong believers in the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaching, in Sri Krishna worshipping. So for them, it was their service to do something for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for Sri Krishna. And they've done so much. And then so hard times came of Muslim invasion, and so many people were killed, and deities had to go to another places. And we know that Govinda Ji, Madana Mohan, they are still in Jaipur, and some small deities like Radharaman and also Radha Damodar. Oh, now we can see that we will add spotlight. We hope we will hear also Maharaj now. That's great that we can be in the live process of parikrama. Oh, that's interesting. It looks like not the way to Manasi Ganga, actually, yes? Oh? В смысле, oh yeah, we can show one wonderful shot of Govardhan, because it looks like that Maharaj and his group are on Govardhan, on another direction from Manasi Ganga. Yes, it's always quite spontaneous. We never know what will be the next step of Srila Avadhut Maharaj. We can expect one things and another things. Yes, and this is wonderful. Because we are always alerted. We can never be relaxed because world of service, it's not about rest and relax state of mind.
More and more people coming every year, especially to celebrate Govardhan Puja. There will be thousands of people here. And of course, out of these thousands of people, so many cosmic travelers such as demigods and great rishi and yogis who's taking form of common humans just to perform Govardhan parikrama by their barefoot. So even the gods are so excited about Govardhan Hill. So it's not just a place of humans only. It's a galactic place. And our planet is so amazing. Lord Krishna came 5,000 years ago. But Lord Krishna is coming to every universe. So there is universal occasion, and Golok Vrindavan fully revealed here. And we would not know anything about that if Mahaprabhu would not come here 500 years ago for divine service to discover Govardhan Hill and establish Vaishnava Sampradaya, Gaudiya Sampradaya, with the great spiritual preceptors such as Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Raghunath Das, Sanatana Goswami, and many, many others. Many great saints who give their full life for glorification of Vrindavan Dham and establish proper rules of spiritual life and behavior. Otherwise, if you do not do this, Kali Yuga religion is completely lost. So we're coming here from perspective being fallen soul. Fallen soul means we're not qualified. We don't have that much position in our sampradaya, but we're begging mercy, the humble divine mood, giving respect to everybody, trying to remember words of our gurus, trying to remember words of scriptures, and do as little as we can. Actually, our Govardhan parikrama is so glorious. It can deliver people so many results. Some people coming here for material prosperity, some people coming here for yogic advancement, Some people coming here for personal need. But our own aim is one. We're looking for some devotion. If there will be some devotion, then we have no problem becoming devoted Haribo. So devotion is what we're looking for. And that is the highest aspiration. And Govardhan Hill, known as Haridas Savarya, the giver of devotion. That's why worship of Govardhan Hill considered to be better than Govardhan himself. And of course, seeing devotees and realizing the beauty of devotional service, it's not a simple thing. Some people, they have with the physical material vision, but that physical material vision is never will be perfect because it's just eye candy. But definitely many eye candies here and Govardhan Hill. We're trying to see this through the hearts of devotees, through the hearts of Vaishnavas, and see how they giving their divine perspective. What is Govardhan Hill? What is the fine pastimes? And as you see, many Babajis, many are dancing, still living here under the trees in Govardhan Hill, and they're doing their sadhana. And actually, we're not so much mixing with them because we don't really know what is the goal of that sadhana. The goal of sadhana is Sanskrit called sadhya. Sadhya means resort. So here we try to go with barefoot because dust of Vrindavan is so pleasant, so sweet. And for us to connect with the dust of Vrindavan, and as you see so many fingerprints of devotees here. Why this ground is so valuable. We are the dust. Because if there's a footprint of pure devotees, that can give us everything. And also here on Govardhan Hill, there's some footprints of Krishna. Some of the Govardhan Shila with footprints of Krishna. That Shila, that stone from Govardhan, if you can see him, it's not different than Krishna himself. But that Shila is in Radha Damodar temple, but there are still several Shilas hidden here in Govardhan Hill. And sometimes they reveal themselves. There's numerous ways we can describe the glories of Govardhan Hill. Described by Krishna book and Srila Prabhupada, described in Garga Samhita, also described in Srimad Bhagavatam and many other scriptures. So, the importance of Govardhan Hill is to establish Haridas Savarya, the one who can provide service to Lord Hari and fulfill our internal desire with all the divine power.
We are right here. We are on Gupta Govardhan, they are in Govardhan, and all you are in so many different places. And we are at the same time, we are in one place, in one current. This is inconceivable. This is magic. Magic of our times. Yes, now we are not so powerful in mantras, in spells, but we have such an outer way, thanks to technique, to use all this in service. And we know that our teachers, like Saraswati Thakur and now Srila Avadhut Maharaj, who try to use these technologies the highest technologies, artificial intelligence, and so on, to use this in service. Sometimes in most odd way, but at the same times, it's wonderful to see the results of this. Govardhan, Jai, Srila Bhakti Avadhut Maharaj ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Amrit Mahavir Maharaj is there. Srila Padmanabh Maharaj is there. And Vaikhanas Maharaj is he went back to Govardhan because now it's so we can imagine how hot, how difficult are conditions now. It's austerity to be there at this time.